Welcome back to yet another episode of Gears and Glory. Welcome to one of our, I think, more exciting, hopefully, topics for the summer break. And that is our first of hopefully 3 deep dives. Today's topic is Crashgate. I don't know how much Brit and Sofia know about Crashgate, so I don't know. I remember when I first heard about Crashgate, it was very mind-blowing and a lot for me, and I remember it being crazy. I'm hoping that you guys will be as mind-blown as I was. Yes. Alrighty, so I guess let's jump into it. Cut me off, jump in with any comments or questions, but basically, to set the scene, this is in the Singapore Grand Prix of 2008. I'm also going to say I'm terrible with pronunciation, especially of names and stuff. So if I butcher someone's name, please don't bully me. Like, I'm stupid Australian. It's just how it is.
We will not accept hate here.
Yeah, so can you sit down though? You're making this tricky. Alrighty. So, Singapore 2008. Alonso and PK qualified down in 15th for Alonso and 16th for PK, and this was the first F1 night race.
And they're on the same team at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm sorry, I don't know anything.
I love it. I need you to jump in with questions, otherwise other people are more than likely going to have the same questions. So it works well. Can you not yell? This is crazy. This is going to be interesting with her sitting here, but it's okay. Yeah, so once the Grand Prix started, I've got notes over here as well, so I'm not just like looking away. I'm trying to read my notes to make sure I'm not skipping anything. Otherwise, I will. But yeah, so the Grand Prix started. Alonso's first into the pit stop, only on lap 12 because he took a lighter fuel load to try and pass cars ahead of him, obviously. And then when he rejoined the field, he was like dead at the back. Less than 3 laps later, so towards lap 15, PK crashed into a part of the track where there was no way to quickly remove the car, so obviously safety cars brought out. Now, the way the pit stops worked back then, while the safety car was deployed, most of the cars that were ahead of Alonso, like the leading cars, they ended up coming back out behind Alonso. Anyone who was in front of Alonso either hadn't pitted or had a lighter fuel load, so they were able to pull away. Finally, in the final last third of the race, Alonso has grasped the lead. Finally, he's taken the lead of the race, and went on to win the race. Basically, Flavio Briatore, who was Renault's engine director, and Pat Simmons, who was the executive director of engineering, attributed the safety car deployment to simply be just a case of good luck. Like, it was just great luck that it happened when it did. You know, it's unfortunate that their other driver crashed, but, you know, shit happens. A lot of people sort of expressed their doubts about that. But a lot of people also were like, there's no way a driver would purposely crash to do that. PK himself described it as a simple mistake, and that was that.
Wait, but Flavio just came back to Alpine, right?
Yeah, I think so, actually.
Didn't he get banned? Didn't he? Isn't it this that he got kicked out for life for? Except for that for life was just until 2024?
Yeah, so I'll get into it later. What? Yeah, well, basically, when he got banned, I'll get into it anyway. Yes. So basically, that was that. Everybody left it until August 3rd, 2009. So the following year, right? After the 2009 Hungarian Grand Prix, PK was dropped by Renault. PK claimed he had an understanding with the team, and was absolutely livid, and within days had basically claimed that he had crashed in Singapore on orders of Renault. So he basically said, Renault made me do this. It was team orders to help Alonso.
Well, and this is PK Kelly's dad who's dating Max.
Yes.
This is
Yeah. So basically, after weeks of speculation and rumour, September 4th, Renault was charged with conspiracy. Renault insisted that no matter what, they were going to deny the rumours, deny the charges, like they were not true. And then, so that hearing was set to be held September 21st, and complete turn of events, September 16. Flavio and Pat both quit Renault. All of a sudden, gone. Yeah, so days before it was set to go to trial, they just quit Renault after saying they denied the rumours. So it looks a little bit...
quit, or do you think they were like...
I think they'll kind of... Yeah, I reckon they were like push a little bit, be like, quit or you're fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cancel!
Yeah. So at that FIA hearing, Renault was disqualified from F1. They were suspended for 2 years. Briatore was suspended from all Formula One events and all FIA sanctioned events, indefinitely.
Right, that was the forever part. Like, hey, don't come back forever except for now.
Yeah. But then Simmons only got a 5-year ban. But then both bans were overturned in a French court in January of 2010, although they both agreed not to work in Formula One or FIA sanctioned events as part of a later settlement reached with the governing body. So even though they weren't banned, they both agreed never to work there again, which is where this gets a little bit sus again. And I mean, that's basically the extent of the information we have on this. But
has it ever come out why they made PK crash to make Alonso win? Like, was it to get him ahead in the championship, or?
I mean, they haven't like specifically said this is why we did it. But I mean, you can only assume. I mean, once we get on to like Spygate in a second as well, you will see the year before wasn't great for Alonso either. So whatever they could do to push him in the championship, they kind of had to do. So I can only assume that's why they would have team ordered a crash.
So okay, hold on. They're racing and Alonso's in the back, and then they get Nelson. Nelson's his first name, right?
Yeah.
PK to crash.
Yeah.
So that Alonso can get in the lead, and then they don't get caught until they get caught, and then because Nelson admits it, and then they get in trouble, and then before they're gonna actually get in trouble, they say, "Oh, just kidding, we don't work here anymore." And also, you guys can't come to Formula One for 5 years / forever, except for that you can, but you're not going to.
Yeah.
And now Flavio's back at Alpine / was Renault.
No.
And they're not like, no one's talking about that fact that he's back.
Wait, that's just made me realize that he's back.
Yeah.
Because I thought of it, but I didn't put the two together where I was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah.
He's like actually back.
Why I was like emphasizing the other day when I said to you girls, like, oh, I've Googled everything to double check my facts. When I saw, because like obviously I knew the ban was overturned, I didn't realize they had both agreed not to work in F1 or anything FIA sanctioned. That's
like putting yourself in timeout.
Right. But then all of a sudden you're like, actually, I'm back. Yeah.
God, so when does he actually come on, or is he back already? Is he on from Zandvoort, or did he start before summer break?
I think he probably because I think it was.
But he's like an advisor.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what was going on. I think everything for Alpine sort of started to switch over in Spa. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, they've had a lot of what's it called, employee turnover over there.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the only newer day way to explain why they would have made PK crash is in Monaco, where Checo has supposedly purposely crashed during qualifying.
Wait, no way they're saying that.
Pardon?
They're saying Checo did it on purpose?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at his onboard, it's debatable. Yeah.
I didn't know they were linking it to this, but I did hear that people were saying it was on purpose.
Yeah, it's very similar. It's like he crashed on purpose so he would get the better strategy. And I mean, he won. It worked, didn't it?
Whoa.
Yeah. It's all
This
very
is too much.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of mind-blowing when, like, you're first hearing about it because you're like, there's so much to think about and there's so much, like, what if and theories.
There's still just a lot that's, like, up in the air. But I do wonder whether things are now going to come out now that it's been so long.
Yeah.
But also, he's back.
Yeah.
I would think that they wouldn't want to talk about it for a while because he's back, because it would cast anything that goes well for them in some sort of suspicion, especially if there's some sort of like teammate thing that goes on.
Maybe I might go like start some like drama on Twitter and be like, why is nobody talking about this?
But the thing is, like, there's already so many politics in F1 for then there to be like shady politics as well, which like of course there's gonna be like, I don't know what I was expecting. That's on me.
If you think that's shady, please just wait till Spygate.
But like, okay, I just don't understand. If you're Alpine right now, you are probably one of the worst teams in the media at the moment with how much has happened. And you're also owned by like Ryan Reynolds, a bunch of NFL players, a bunch of sports people. Why put yourself? They should be rebuilding their image, not bringing on a shady executive advisor who is, I just looked up, 74 years old, by the way.
Yeah.
Old
man. Go home, Grandpa. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
This is literally like the Adrian Newey conversation. You're old enough, you can go.
Exactly.
I love you, but go.
You've been out of F1 for this long.
Why not just
stay out?
Commit.
Yeah. So it's all very questionable and a bit wild.
And so are they saying that the order to crash was given by Flavio, and who was the other guy?
Pat Simmons, yeah. So Renault ordered PK to crash, basically. Or so PK says. But I mean, yeah.
So was this before Cyril was in Reynolds team principal?
I think so. Let me have a quick Google, because that's a good point.
Because I have been doing some scripting for a few of my videos this week about all the team principals. And Fred Vasseur worked at Ferrari in 2002. No, worked at Renault at 2002 with Cyril, but he left because they couldn't get along.
Sorry, Flavio was team principal in 2008.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, I mean, while we're talking about like brain snap moments with bloody Fred Vasseur, that man owns Art GP.
Yeah.
That man founded Art GP. That makes so much sense why Charles Leclerc got an F1 seat.
Yeah. Just you wait, girl. My video is coming out in the next 2 days.
Yeah, cannot wait. I'm gonna be like in the comment section.
Yeah. Literally mind blown.
Yeah, he popped up on my LinkedIn and it was like founder of Art Grand Prix. And I was like, you took your own driver for your own F1 team. Like, of course you did. Like, I was like, it makes sense. Yeah. And like, I was like, how did I not know this before? And I literally ended up like posting on like my like private Snapchat story. I was like, did anybody else know that he freaking founded Art GP? And half my friends were like, what the fuck? I love Fred Vasseur. Like, same. Girl boss, but like, man.
I love him. What is Art GP?
Oh, F2, F3 team.
Okay.
So Charles raced for Art in F3 and then went to Prema F2.
Because I know
with Fred, and Fred was team principal for Sauber when Charles went to Sauber.
Yes. I knew that part because he was there with Kimmy.
Mm.
Right? We love Kimmy in this household.
Whoa.
Yes. Because that was after Kimmy had come off a Ferrari.
Yeah.
And he was just like it's like a hobby for me era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, that was just Kimmy 24.
Well,
that man,
yeah.
at times, like,
Love
he
Kimmy.
retired, he came back, and he was like, meh, a bit more fun.
Well,
Do
he
you know
like
what I mean?
posted a picture with his wife recently, like his whole family, and everyone's smiling, and it's the closest thing Kimmy gets to a smile in his picture. And I'm like, it's not like it never could be an act, not like that.
No.
I
Yeah.
mean, anyway, damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is
I
your
just-
first spiral about.
I can't believe that he's back. I feel like we're talking about Voldemort or something. He's back. He's returned. He has risen.
I know. I mean, it's either Voldemort or Jesus. Maybe not the latter.
Oh my god, while we're talking about people coming back, I guess. This is so not we've gone off of Crashgate right now, but it's fine. We'll just make this little episode longer. I don't know why we're screaming. But we were obviously joking about Mick Schumacher going to Audi, but there's actually like pretty like fleshy rumors now that Audi is hunting not only Mick Schumacher but Sebastian Vettel.
That's what I've heard. Everybody wants to bring that man back. And like,
I joked about it for the longest time. I was like, German lineup, German team.
Yeah.
Like,
Imagine how good Mick will do, regardless of the car. Imagine how good Mick will do and how much confidence he will get if he is racing with Seb.
Literally. Because, like, why don't we talk about enough? Like, everyone's like, oh, yeah, like, cool. Seb's, like, good for Mick. But why are we not talking about he's literally the closest thing Mick can have to his dad literally giving him advice within F1.
Yeah.
His dad was literally Sebastian Vettel's, like, mentor. Like, do you know what I mean? So,
and Seb would like
Mick, Michael's stuff, like, tips and tricks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and
he's
Seb
going to pass it down.
Like, Seb would do that.
If that happens, I'll cry. You heard it.
Oh my
God. I'll cry just the thought of it.
Yeah, I did hear those rumors, and it does make sense. Like full German lineup, it makes sense. I mean, like, isn't Hulkenberg also German?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but still, I would prefer a Schumacher and Vettel reuniting.
That would be a cool lineup. I mean, even if we have to have Schumacher and Hulkenberg, but I mean, like, could you imagine Vettel coming back? Oh
my god, when he announced his retirement, which was the first year that I got into F1, and I'd known Seb from when I was little, like, knew of him. And then I was like, oh my god, yeah, true. And then it was like a few months after I started watching F1, and I was like,
next minute.
No.
That's so bad, but so funny.
I always thought he would find his way back, just like Alonso did.
Yeah.
Well, and then in the Drive to Survive edit, like, their editing cut from Checo who doesn't know, and that's the mute. He's just
Seb has Instagram. Honestly, I think that almost beats the that meme of Checo from, I think it's the Monaco drivers briefing, and he's like it almost beats that. Like, that's how funny it is.
I have a video recording of my laptop screen on my phone of that moment because I just needed to have it in my pocket. What yes. Oh man.
Can you send me that TikTok? So funny.
He's like, hee hee ha ha.
At the end of the 2022 season.
No, when he looks up. It's too much. It's too much. That's me every day.
So good. Fun. So good.
Wow, we love to see it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that's Crashgate. That's Crashgate for you.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it'll be a little bit of a shorter episode, but gives Sofia some time to spiral. It gives any viewers who didn't know about Crashgate some time to spiral. Because you'll fall down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
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 I just want to know the amount of, I mean, same with any conspiracy theory, but just the amount of unknowns.
Yeah. I think that's what's so good about them. I love it.
Yeah. I would love just to be a fly on the wall in any given conversation that's not like, public.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
want to be a fly on the wall with Mercedes. I mean, that's another conversation for another
That
time.
could be a whole other episode. I don't even know anything about.
Say.
I mean, I know enough to have big feelings about it.
Yeah.
I think we could have a 10-part like series on it. Like,
Yeah. Let's do a
crying.
Mercedes episode because I haven't deep dived into it.
Okay, let's plan that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that'll be a good chance for me to get Taylor on as a guest as well, because I'm sure she'd love to deep dive with us. Oh my god, okay. Let me organise that because I think that'll be really good. Alrighty. Well, I guess that brings our Crashgate episode to a close. But fear not, keep your eyes open for not only a Spygate episode, but we're also going to deep dive into the mysteries of the 2015 Barcelona testing. Yet another spiral. I think the Barcelona will make everybody spiral. It makes me spiral, and I think everything there is to know about it. Like,
I feel like I need a seatbelt.
yeah. Strap in, and we will see you on the next episode of Gears and Glory.